quick and you're trying to be very slow, methodical defaults, it takes a lot of, you know, a lot of things to go right for a KO-less composition, or at least no double initiator at this level of play. So having the KO over the Sage just gives you a much bigger playbook that's available, and I think it's something that they struggled on specifically on the defense, was being able to at least take some map control back, but they were able to get it across against the Guppies on the Sage. Maybe the KO isn't just simply something better. Let's see as they fight out towards middle. Two-player crossfire being held. Con Artist on the initial, and the teleport away from ladder moves. He can still fight, though.
And ladder moves can still fight. Unfortunately, can't say the same for Demon as Redux quickly makes his way up into the market, and there is no stopping this Magic Schoolbus squad. You see the 22 HP onto Smiling. That obviously doesn't feel great. It'll only take a stray bullet from the classic. Bunny in a decent position.
Okay.
Yep, just not revealed at all. Looks left, looks right, finds a couple of kills, make it 3, make it flawless to get us started in the semifinals for the Magic Schoolbus.
All right, Bunny is kicking things off with a bang, getting very up close and personal into market, and then just swings in, takes all the kills. Good mid split coming through for the Magic Schoolbus. They get 1 kill, and they're just going to go ahead and speed on into market. Very simple, group and go, type pistol around and run them down. Magic Schoolbus start things off nicely. Of course, this is their map pick. I mean, I ought to think that Churms is very comfortable IGLing a good ascent. He does it a great deal with the side of Cosmic Divide. Of course, we don't actually know if Churms is like going crazy on the IGL sticks, but I'd only assume. As he is more or less the captain. I think he's a pretty authoritative figure as a whole for the side of Cosmic Divide. He's been on the grind slowly but surely. And I think he has a lot of respect for his opponents too. So, you know, I think we're definitely going to get a good one out of this. But Tazzy, in the meantime, Shorty, trying to make things work. Not going to happen. You know, we get to enjoy the proceedings here of this wonderful anti-eco, but hold on, 2v3, this just got weird.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, shots through the wall. Unfortunately, a Phantom proves to be just a bit too much. His ladder moves, the last one standing from flawless to almost getting thriftied. The Magic Schoolbus secure another round for themselves. Bunny Hub bringing in the rifle to really secure that one for the team. I hate to do this. Do you know what the Magic Schoolbus is?
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, I watched it as a kid.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was...
You're going to break it out and say, I'll tell you that I'm 18 again, and then I just don't get a reference. Yes, I know what the Magic Schoolbus is. With the frizz? No way.
Okay. I didn't want to be tossing out, like, all these references, and you're like, what is this guy talking about? Because he doesn't know. Because, like, if you didn't know, you know. Because I watched that as a kid, and I'm 10 years older than you, man.
No, I did. I watched it as a kid, too. You know, I used to get VHSs from the library and actually watch those. Yeah, I know what a VHS is, believe it or not.
Wait, are you Amish?
No. No, they just had it at the library. We had like a DVR, all right? Hey, don't bully me. This is when I was like 6 or something like that, and then I moved and modernized.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering when the modernization happened as Redux is making this look like an anti-eco. He's just walking his way on up, finding a couple of kills for himself. Bunny Haw has got the lockdown here in round 3. And this is one of my favorite things when you kind of watch how the pistol round plays out. Okay, hold up. Demon living up to his name here, needs to find another. It's just damage. Unfortunately, needed that kill to be able to even the odds, and he'll finally get it. But Glyph there to trade it back. And the Magic Schoolbus in the driver's seat. Once more, and Churms from the back of the bus will take down Ares, who was trying to find a spot to sit, and unfortunately, he just can't sit here.
Yep, bonus going well. It turns into a little bit of a group and go towards the A side, but the good lurk coming in from the side of the Magic Schoolbus, and that'll lock it in just fine. It gets a little bit interesting, of course, with Demon swinging out, but I mean, the good trades. Magic Schoolbus understanding how to play against each other, but you know what? I have a feeling I need to defend my position here. It wasn't a VHS, but it was like a DVR. Do people know what that is? Is that right?
That's like recording.
Hold on. I'm trying to. It had a DVD player and a VHS player, so.
Okay. So
it wasn't medieval, but you know, it was like 1800s. So
Right, it wasn't medieval. We're a little past the Renaissance era when the DVD player was also added to the VHS. As it's medieval times again. Here we go back out towards the A site. If it's not broken, don't. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think is what it is. If it ain't fixed, don't break it. Whatever, however that saying goes. Aspyre do this thing where they get the round so close. They get an advantage some way, somehow, but they have such a hard time closing it out. And it's usually in these eco rounds.
Yeah.
And it seems to be going that same exact way. Flashes out. Smiley, unfortunately, finds nothing. And Glyph just looking to collect everything. Oh, it's the turret instead. The sixth man on the team. In the fourth round for the Magic Schoolbus.
1-0 KD for Timmy the turret. Keep your tallies up, folks. 4-0 rocking for the Magic Schoolbus, too, is just fantastic to kick things off. Getting past your bonus, being able to deal with the eco. But you're right about the whole thing about Aspyre making these rounds so close. It's a theme that we can take across from yesterday, too, is that they had so many close rounds, they were unable to close it out. They didn't really have the clutch factor that a lot of teams had just yesterday. It only took them a couple matches to really wake up into the swing of things. And believe it or not, this team was on the brink of being eliminated. But yesterday against Pasta Fazul, they absolutely brought the heat, only dropping 7 rounds. So I'm sure they got something up and running. Glyph taking them from the shadows. Does see a player into stairs. They're trying to split on a B. Ladder Moves is in a tough spot.
Is he, though? He's able to step up, grab that kill. Smiley secures one onto Bunny Hunt. Unfortunately, Redux is just already on the side. I mean, he's making his way around, finding everything he needs. His con artist just goes fishing through the smoke, and he finds Ares. And now the Magic Schoolbus swing numbers back in favor. Ladder Moves now has a rifle in hand. He's looking to fight forward with Demon to go 1-for-1, but Redux untouched, completely unscathed on the round. 3 kills, a 5th round. And, I mean, you said it before we got started, right? Aspyre, you do not have the time nor the rounds to waste to get things moving on. Yep. And they're stuck in the mud a little bit, Fi.
Yeah, and the biggest thing here is, well, is the side of Magic Schoolbus is starting off incredibly hot. You have Redux is by far and away the best individual player in the server. In terms of mechanics, this guy's going to win every 1v1 you got. And he will capitalize. If you miss one bullet, he will hit his headshot. There is no denying that for Redux, and now the knives up and running. He's just ready to go.
Ooh, okay, but he gets suppressed. That's going to slow things down in way of the knives for a second. He'll have to be a bit more precise with the Vandal. But speaking of precision, it's Ladder Moves instead as Bunny Hop pushes her way through the nano swarms, flashes out Churms, able to even the odds. Another flash out, went over the top. They're ready for it. A nice shock dart cuts it down to just Churms. And the 1v1 with 36 HP. The paranoia doesn't land, and the bullets do. It's Churms for 6.
6-0 right now for the Magic Schoolbus. The rounds get close, but when you're getting up to 6 in a row right now, you don't really care how much damage you're taking. Admittedly, actually, the economy is still running a tad low for the Magic Schoolbus, but they'll be able to get in a bye even if they lose. I mean, that doesn't matter. Right now, the econ isn't really a thought in the back of the head right now for the Magic Schoolbus. Just winning rounds are. And even despite the huge heroics from Ladder Moves, the individuals from the Magic Schoolbus can still pull up big-time multi-frags. And if you can't handle that, not sure how much longer Aspyre are going to be around here on Ascent. A little bit of a wizard battle between two Hunter's Furies, but nothing connecting. Only except onto Con Artist. All in all, though, it is still the 4v5 up and running for the Magic Schoolbus. The defense spread so thin. Right now, Aspyre basically conceding the B site. They have to play ultra passive here, Tanner. And that's a huge issue because the Magic Schoolbus can basically do whatever they want.
Yeah, it's just all the space taken really around that. The only mitigation is just that jump peak from Ares. That's the only information you're going to get that might slow down somebody from taking space. And what we'll see, this is the same lockdown that we saw from Bunny, but there are a lot of safe angles. And, well, one of them is underneath Heaven. Tazzy goes 1-for-1.
Oh,
So gets his one before he gets kicked out. And, yeah, it's The rat strategy is in full effect today, and ladder moves is ready for a flank. Just not ready for the right flank. I would imagine we see
look
maybe
at
a
this.
knife kill. Look at this up in heaven. It's getting so weird. It's Glyph for the first, Glyph for the second. Now Smiley needs to pick up a handful on the round, but Redux won't allow it.
Yep, and that's just what happens when you're in a 4v5, is you have so many gaps in the defense that if the site hold even went right, you're still going to have a massive gap in your defense that'll allow for a huge flank to come through. And that is Glyph on the 2-piece just to lock in the round. A round that could have easily just been locked down if they played all 4 on site. You know, you can call it overkill. I say it's a good play there from Glyph. 7-0 right now for the Magic Schoolbus, and a timeout has to roll out for Aspyre. They need at least, I'm not sure what necessarily is to sort it out. It's just simply said the opening duels are just simply not going their way. It's a lot of group and goes, all things considered, from the Magic Schoolbus. It's not that like, oh, they're tactically deficient. I think in smaller micro situations, Aspyre need to be more cohesive. Get together with the trades, at least maybe shut down some of these splits earlier on. I think they need to focus on and getting the proper amount of manpower to a site. Instead, though, the pacing from the Magic Schoolbus has simply caught Aspyre off guard a vast majority of the time. So many mid-splits coming in through Market and the B site, and that just simply, it feels like those have never had any resistance, really. They've just pushed on through. They've traded each other out. They've gotten themselves into 3v3s. There's been a couple 1v1s. So the Magic Schoolbus, their pace is fast, and the goals here for Aspyre is to try and slow that down. Maybe burn some more utility earlier on in the round, but we'll see if there's even an adjustment from the Magic Schoolbus, as they're looking to contest A main very, very early on. Darts out. In fact, not just contest. I think they're looking to go to the house here, Tanner.
Yep, they're looking to take it all the way to the house, and with that Aspyre, they want to give up the site. They've got the lesser weaponry, but strength in numbers. As ladder moves and Bunny, they get a little friendly out towards mid, and it's actually ladder moves to get the better of that trade. Nice flash up top, allows for Redux to plant his feet. He leaps on up, doing box jumps and finding headshots as well. Speaking of, Smiley, a couple of headshots of his own, but only 21 HP. His teammates not doing much better as the flash goes out. Glyph unaffected, and ladder moves has been spotted. He'll teleport away, has a rifle in hand, and the age-old question, do you send it? Do you save it? He's got the creds to buy in the next round, but he also has the rifle to save into the next round. And Fi, you talked about the mid control. Now, we didn't necessarily get it in this round, but look at the tools that are available to Aspyre. And the chamber is nerfed. We didn't talk about that at all yesterday.
Yeah,
this is the newest chamber with only one alarm bot, right? With only one trademark, rather, I should say. So you put that out towards mid. If you're not putting that mid, then you have to put a body there for information. And when you put a body there, that means you got to fight. And, well, the Magic Schoolbus has been winning those fights.
Yeah, I think, I mean, if you hand this team fights, they're going to win it. You saw what Redux just did, jumping up into heaven and finding a 2-piece. I think that's a pretty big statement to how this team wants to play. They want to get in your face. They want the gunfights. And right now, they might just get it with Ares droning forward and ladder moves on an operator. They're just going to keep pushing all the way forward. Also, the suppression coming through could provide some problems, but they're just going to circumvent the issue with perfect play. Redux, a 1-for-1, but it's Ares to follow it up. 2v3, though, still stands. The Magic Schoolbus still fighting with the players on their squad. This is certainly a realistic possibility.
A nice paranoia, though, Churms. Not going to get challenged just yet. Out on the swing, it's Tazzy to pick up the first kill that he sees. Can't find the second, unfortunately. And Con Artist, he thought he had the time. Tried to close the door, and, well, he was healthy until the operator hit him in the body. Aspyre finally on the board. 8-4 is the best that they could hope. I don't know if the economy allows it. It's getting a little weird, and Demon's got to judge.
Yeah, there's not many places you can take that judge on the map of Ascent, but B main seems to be the best port of call. I mean, it's the best way to maybe cheese out a kill, get out of dodge. I think that's been the biggest thing, at least for Aspyre. They've been struggling on the opening duels. That round was actually pretty nice. They're going to keep shifting ladder moves around. This time he's going to get paranoid and flashed away. But the pace, my God.
No charges left.
It's just quick. They just don't stop. It truly is a Magic Schoolbus. Mock speeds here onto the A site, which has worked time and time again. We'll see if they get it once more. It's that same flash, the same hop up, but this time Redux punished now. Demon on the dash. Oh, just can't get away. Wanted to find a kill and sneak away to safety, but unable to do so as Churms out on the drone, gets information, I believe, onto 2. The flash this time, Smiley's able to convert off the back end. Aries comes through with the Odin once more, and Bunny Hunt, Carnartis, just no match for the 4 that were remaining. Now turned 3, but Aspyre will find their second.
Yeah, I think the Magic Schoolbus are having a little too much fun. At least Redux certainly is. He's jumped up to heaven at least 3 rounds straight on this A site. And then, I mean, it takes a little bit, but, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And you're not fooling me thrice. I hate to break it to you. He tries the same play 3 times in a row. Eventually, he gets picked off, and then the retake becomes a lot more easier for the side of Aspyre. All things said, though, still a good retake from the guys over Aspyre. I like the way they're using ladder moves to put emphasis on other parts of the map. And this time around, again, he's going to be brought out to a different part. This time, he's in middle. Are they going to seriously just go straight A again? They have the From the Shadows ready to go. Seems like Glyph just wants to use it right off the rib.
I thought there was a world where, because the spike was on the opposite side of the map, they pick up that orb, they look to hit quick out towards A, Glyph falls onto the spike and takes it back to B. But instead, they just link up. And fast out towards B is the play. This is that same iteration, though, right? If you don't put that trademark out towards mid, you have to put a body there. Ladder moves. Does have the scoped rifle ready to take that fight. He's actually rendezvoused back out towards safety. And now a few players just waiting in spawn for the right time to rotate for Aspyre.
Playing B retake here for the side of Aspyre, though, so... Sure, all right, well, no commands are actually going to get traded out, and Smiley's going to stand and fight. This is super, super risky, but now joined with teammates on the site, it might make it a tad easier.
Yeah, I mean, and they're getting the kills, right? Smiley was on the site. They knew he was there. He picks up 1. Now Redux has to battle back. Needs a handful of kills on the round. There's a second. Needs to try and sneak away, but the shots through the wall, you know they're coming. With the Odin ring and a rifle in hand for ladder moves, everybody backs away. 20 rounds left. Chalk Dart won't land. Spike in hand, a tap on it. 10 seconds left now on the clock as Aries is going to try his hand at it. Ladder moves is there to back him up. And Aspyre will grab their 3rd.
All right. Nothing going horribly wrong here. We just have Aspyre back on their feet.
A gift.
Could have gotten a little bit weird. I thought there was a moment where the Magic Schoolbus wanted to push back through market and actually get out of the B site. There was a world where that was going to happen, but instead it had to be Redux thrown to a clutch, and such low HP doesn't give him much opportunities. I mean, good on Aspyre to rack up these last 3. I mean, an 8-4, it isn't a pretty scoreline, but it's a workable one. Now looking, we just have five people at the wall right now. They're just going A.
Just do it again. A dash on in. Redux
is he gonna go heaven
on
again?
The site. He absolutely needs to wait for Con Artist to throw that flash. Oh, look at this. Redux, the proficiency on the Jetty, knows what Demon is looking to do. And it's Demon to get punished this time around. The flash is queued up. Redux is on that headshot box. He wants to jump up into heaven. It Churms the true shot barrage. Unfortunately, Magic Archer can't find anything this time around. The tour de force, however, also goes without, so it's a flash over the top. Redux not going to try his hand at going up just yet. As Paranoia, it gets 1. It doesn't get the jet, and that's arguably the most important. But it's Tazzy to take him down. The rifle will do it. Now the last one standing is Tazzy in a tough situation. The spike ticking. Bunny Haw sitting just on top of it. Bunny Haw will fall, but Churms just has to play the clock, and instead he'll play the frags. 9 to 3-5, but Aspyre, they showed us signs of life. Now they got to keep it going here in the pistol.
Yeah, I think for the side of Aspyre, I mean, there's a little bit of room gained with those 3 rounds straight. But I think just being able to clean up the post plants a little bit more. I think actually the biggest part of that post plant was Redux jumping up to heaven, and well, yes, he was looking for a kill, and yes, he did that for the 4th time in an A post plant. But I think the biggest part is he actually saw that there was really no one in towards heaven, and that allowed everyone to mostly turn their crosshairs towards that garden side where the push was actually coming through, and that part of the post plant and the retake actually got shredded. So at least for the Magic School Bus, making little information plays, the aggression sometimes pays dividends, and well, right now Redux is looking to pay it with frags at the moment. Dashes away, but still, you're still gonna have company, that's for sure.
Oof. Demon goes up, but Demon gets punished. They knew where Redux was, but they didn't know that the rest of the team was just around the corner as well. So eventually, the jet of Aspyre does go down. And now it's the scramble.
Out to middle. Oh, but ladder moves, 2 body shots. Headhunter in a pistol round is just a little disgusting. It's not the headshots, it's just the body shot bandit. 3v4 right now sitting. They're gonna group up back to B. But Sherm's that recon dart does spot out Ares, but it doesn't see ladder moves. This could be an unexpected, rude surprise. But they're gonna back away? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's making this call going on right now, but right now, Aspyre are just gonna make the long road back to A, Tanner. And the thing is for the Magic School Bus is they just don't have the personnel to really fight for these sites. It's only gonna be Glyph, and he's smoked out. Aspyre might get onto the site clean unless Glyph has something to say. And he doesn't.
Glyph didn't quite find the timing from Tree. Instead of pushing to the smoke, he heads back out towards Catwalk. He will. Speaking of timing, no way. It all escapes him. The headshots are there. Tazzy a bit better on the lurk. And now the 4v3 becomes a 4v2 with Bunny and Churms to try their hand at retaking this site. Smiley gonna make sure that Churms doesn't get too solid of a try. And, well, the same fate dealt to Bunnies. A nice pistol round, a near flawless one for Aspyre, and that's what they needed to get this ball rolling.
You know, no matter who you're cheering for, Tanner, that brings a tear to your eye. The timings, of course.
Yes, yes.
Hate to see it, but, you know, in a 3v4, it might have just been Aspyre's anyways. The good just ladder move just walks out mid, body shot, and another target, body shot. It just doesn't feel like you're playing Valorant in that, because it doesn't feel fair at times. Honestly, also, kind of yesterday I was experimenting. Chambers' 2-bullet accuracy from the Headhunter is near perfect, so he is kind of a body shot bandit machine. We'll give it to the Chamber. Walking out to A now. A mid push from the Magic School Bus with the classics is probably the only hope that they have for a round like this. A massive flank, but also a kill on a ladder moves. Things get weird here. Things can still very much get weird, Tanner.
Yeah, that massive flank found that first kill, and now all 4, they're corralled here on the site. It's not too bad in way of where you want to be, especially with the weapons that you have, but Bunny finds another the flank coming on through, but Demon pushes a bit too far forward, and Glyph wasn't ready for it. Now Con Artist, who's got himself a Bulldog, also has 3 players to worry about, 3 targets for the KO. We'll see if kill mode is activated as he pushes out of the dark cover. It's kill mode for Demon instead. 3K for the Jet, a 5th for Aspyre. A dangerous spot for a moment, but they reel it back in.
That was a joke. Kill mode is default, but not that round for Con Artist. 9 to 5 working for Aspyre. You get a pistol, you get yourself back into the game. This is the round, though. This is the pretty big round. Right now, though, for the Magic School Bus, a lot of them are working with half armor. A lot of them went for Sheriff investments, and while it almost paid off, they didn't quite get the full round there. So I'm wondering what the utility is looking like for all the players. I think everything is there for Bunny. Gonna need it, especially as they're just going fast B. Pacey plays from both teams.
Yeah, you know, we saw that yesterday, and I think that turned into being a knife kill. This time it doesn't quite yield the same results. Demon getting taken down. Recon Bolto, it does reveal. There's a player directly on the side. Smiley looking to play spoiler here in this round, but the team is there to bail him out. And nobody else allowed on the B site as the Magic School Bus. Welcome back.
Yep. I think that's the biggest thing for Aspyre in terms of their playstyle is that Demon needs to get entries. We've seen that in not just the map of Ascent, but especially on Bind when he plays the Neon. This team relies on Demon getting that entry kill because he's so far ahead of the team. There's no universe where he's going to be able to get traded. He's just trying to catch players off guard, and Churms is already in towards the back of Boathouse. That's probably one of the easier kills he's had this tournament. So Demon, I mean, if he gets the kill in a Churms, round's completely different. But then the execute slows down, rotates there, and it's no issue. Or the Magic Schoolbus. So now full buys for both teams. Do like this lurk from a Smiley though, right through the dark cover, starting to work themselves up towards Pizza and middle. And for the Magic Schoolbus, they have this aggressive A main setup.
Oh, ladder move still able to do some damage. Redux going up top, made sure that that Headhunter does not just spray him down. Look at that, the juggle of the weapons to make sure that they're not put in a compromised position to be retrieved from anybody on the side of Aspyre. But a 1-for-1. So all things said and done, not too bad.
Still kind of floating, though. It's still only a two-man setup here towards the A side. Now make it one as Redux is gone, and all the emphasis goes on to Glyph.
Yeah, Jet going atop the box. Demon on the side, Fragment inside the smoke. He's going to force Glyph out, and he spots the legs. The smoke works against him and does it again. Glyph just fights through the dark cover, and Ares needs to try and pick up the pieces that have been spread across the A site. The most important piece is the spike, but unfortunately, there's Bodyguard, and that Bodyguard is Glyph.
Dude, what a hold from him. I love the decision to put down a dark cover right in front of him. It connects the two pieces of cover of Dice and Generator, and it allows him, you know, even to play inside of the smoke itself. Catches Demon, looking, just sticking his face into hell, trying to find someone there, but Glyph robs 2 kills there. The excellent play through the dark covers keeps the Magic School on top and keeps Aspyre guessing. As now, while you're down to an eco for Aspyre, this map, Tanner, I'm not sure how long we're going to be on Ascent for.
Yeah, down to an eco. Knives online for Demon, but again, it's one of those situations where there's a lot of weight on this player's shoulders to get something done. Also having that tour de force. It might be the tour de force that actually gets anything out towards mid. Instead, oh no, the back is turned. Bunnyha easily able to collect one onto Smiley. The numbers dwindle by 1 as Redux. It's spotted out and tagged by the Owl drone. Hunter Shuri now online. We'll see how Ares decides to pilot this one. Ooh, okay. Glyph can go down. Demon also find another. Open up the site himself. He wants some more. Redux can't quite get it, and he gives himself up too much. And it's the Spectre of Tazzy to sit down the Jet and open up the A site.
I don't know what kind of round that was from Demon, but he's just knives out into Garden, and goodbye to the rest of the team. The thing is, what is Churms up to right now? Okay, he's gonna go down. That's what he's up to. 1v4 here for Bunny. In a bit of a difficult position is the way to phrase it, as Demon just put together what some would say a life round, as he'll put together the Thrifty for the side of Aspyre. Somehow, some way, knives up Garden. And you know, he did his job. We talked about how the entries for Demon have to be online for Aspyre in order for them to get wins. Just the nature of his playstyle. Very solo dolo, just running up into so many different areas for the side of Demon. Not really being able to be traded, but you know, when he gets the multi-kills on his own, the amount of space that he gains is massive. Demon on fire.
Redux, it gives away his position with that cloud burst, and you see the shots coming through the wall. Just not quite on target. The drone comes out, he'll be able to clear catwalk. Demon is actually gonna fall. Redux finds one as well. Ares gonna try and battle his way out of this position, but he's stuck here. And Sabrosa, no, he's not. Ladder moves, and Tazzy will help bail him out as Con Artist goes down. He tosses out the fragment, so the fadeaway finds nothing. Churms, however, does. With the drone of his own, he can start to go hunting for information, and I'm not too sure if that spotted ladder moves. Either way, he backs away from it.
He certainly heard ladder moves run, but Glyph, what a position to play at this point of the round. No one's going to even bother expending utility to clear this out, Tanner. Glyph has the keys to the castle here.
They have have to clear this.
30 seconds
They
left.
have to clear this.
Enemy
They're
remaining.
not going to clear this. They're not going to clear this, but it's a 1-for-1. It's ladder moves. Very healthy here on the A side to get that spike planted. The only problem is Churms is also healthy. And Churms has himself a weapon. Shock darts to play with as well. Recon bolt already expended. Shock that out. Towards Jen. Here comes the Sova. There goes the Sova. And Aspyre do it once more.
All right, back in it again. Ladder moves takes a solid 1v1 victory. I'm a bit, disappointed, at least for Churms, because he did choose to make a lot of noise, tried to bring some pace to the clutch. I think there are a couple of places where that could have been played a tad bit better in the 2v2. When Glyph gets the opener, he immediately goes swinging for the second. Of course, I love getting the 2K to end the round, but if you make yourself hard to catch, it allows Churms to get himself into a better position for the clutch. He kind of gave himself up a little too early, but, it's no big deal. That was only the half buy from the Magic School, believe it or not. It went down to 1v1. Nothing to be ashamed about. Now you got the gun round up and running. And now you got a B play coming your way. I'm not sure how prepared the Magic Schoolbus are here with only Glyph on the site, but honestly, Glyph has been the best anchor all game, so I'm not criticizing at all.
Oh, and it is
I have the spike.
quiet. The only player that's really needed to stay in place is Bunny Hunt with the Killjoy utility out towards the A side. It allows 3 players to play a little bit deeper into their spawn. And look at this from the shadows. It'll spot out Ares. But that's just the Sova. Doesn't see anybody else. And the defense, they're stalwart. They're not giving up too much.
They're going to contact walk this A, or maybe not, now as they throw the knife. There's no one on site here for the Magic Schoolbus, but they do have a lockdown as the biggest part, so they're actually happy to play this one post plant. The thing is, though, for Aspires, they have a Hunter's Fury to knock out the lockdown. How about a Hunter's Fury for Churms, though, as it will pick off Smiley, but that Resurrection should get in just fine. We're still going to have a 5-on-5 here, Tanner.
Yeah, Rez comes in. Blades denied for just a second because of that no commence. You saw just the classic in hand for Redux, and that spike gets starting to tick. Here comes the lockdown bunny, putting that one in a different spot. No command on the opposite side. Here comes the Hunter Fury to try and answer that one, but Ares is very far away from this one. He's going to need to get up and in to try and help his team. His ladder move's still alive, and he's still picking players off with the operator, but he's forced to back away with 14 HP. Ares is trying to get aggressive inside the smoke and stop the defuse, but unsuccessful in his endeavors as everybody dies on the side of Aspyre. The Magic Schoolbus find themselves on map point here in Ascent.
There's so many funny little narratives and little events that went down in that little span of time. First of all, Ares playing far enough away to be able to counter the no command, to be able to counter the lockdown, because he knows that might be coming. It's cool, but the thing is, he has to play so far away that he can't actually help out with defending the post plant. And I'm not sure what the shock darts, if he had any lineups for that generator spike plant to maybe assist. It seems like he might have not, or have been suppressed. I know Redux on towards the catwalk, looking to put this game to rest, though, here, Tanner, as he's just going to put away 2. And, well, that's just such a gut punch to the side of Aspyre.
3.
No, no. Okay. They finally reel it back in. Demon fights back for his 2, but Tazzy is a bit too out of reach. Will grab the spike when now lean his way out towards the A site. Fortunately, the Killjoy's down, so the Nanoswarm turret won't mean too much. Fragment to force him onto the site. Drone to now get the information.
Oh, boy.
As he gets shot through the wall, you definitely